Each time your foot land is landing on an 808. Each time that foot land again is landing on a sample, and they just match up. Like it's like the beat and the sample are like controlling your movements. You're living through that. Your feet are speaking through that, and it's like it just translates so well and it correlates so well together, like the mesh that you get when you are watching someone's feet moving, and you're wondering, especially if you're like a rookie to footworking in general, and you're just watching like how are their feet moving so fast. How are they able to coordinate like how are they able to balance and not trip up and fall?
Drop that ass, 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 drop that ass.
What's good? It's your favorite Martian Scrib, and I'm back at it again. And I just wanted to dive a little deeper into the footwork and juke music, like the culture and its impact in Chicago. And I'm just gonna have to start off with explaining my perspective on it. I was born in 1992. Both of my parents, house heads, extreme house heads. Like I grew up listening to DJs and artists like Casper and Fast Freddy, and like they would have like little cassette tapes. Like I remember my dad had a boombox, and he would play like these. They were like neon colored cassette tapes, green with like a little white font on it, orange, purple. And that's how I knew, like, I was already interested in those tapes just based off the color of the tapes. Like, it just caught my eye. Like, this don't look like my dad's regular gray cassette or black cassette tapes that he will pop in the cassette player and play on his boombox just blasting. But he will always play house music, and like I just loved how fast everything was, the beats, like you just danced, the up tempo and everything. Like I always loved it. Like every time he put it on, we were either cleaning or we're driving around, cruising, Lakeshore Drive, like enjoying like the atmosphere and the vibe that it created. And I would just love watching my mom and my dad in the living room, just dancing to this music, this incredible music. And I'm like 5-6 years old in kindergarten, and I could just hear Brighter Days. My mom just dancing and feeling free to the music. And it's like all the cares and the worries of the day or whatever just vanish within that instant because of the feeling that you get from that music. And from those earlier moments, I like this sound. I wasn't quite sure, of course, of what this sound specifically was. I didn't know nothing. I just knew it was music, but it was good. From then, as I started getting older and started to go to places like the rink with my homies, and I saw, I would see DJ Mike would spin at the rink, and I'm listening to this music and I'm getting wrapped up in this music, and I'm seeing people in the floor, they footworking, going crazy, having battles. I got people, they holding their shirts up while they footworking, making room, digging out the big circles and everything so people can footwork. There's people juking and just having a great time, and just like you truly get like swept up in that music and that sound. And it's the crazy samples, but most importantly the thing that personally got me swept up, and I can also see on the people, especially the footworkers, is that the bass and the chops. Because each time your foot land is landing on an 808, each time that foot land again is landing on a sample, and they just match up. Like it's like the beat and the sample are like controlling your movements. You're living through that. Your feet are speaking through that, and it's like it just translates so well and it correlates so well together, like the mesh that you get when you are watching someone's feet moving, and you're wondering, especially if you're like a rookie to footworking in general, and you're just watching like how are their feet moving so fast? How are they able to coordinate like that? Like, how are they able to balance and not trip up and fall? And they are calling people out. These people have the nerve. These footworkers have the nerve to pull people in the circle. Come on, where your work's at? And they will mark them. If you get pulled in that circle, you cannot stumble, you cannot freeze. You have to you gotta put your best foot forward. Like all pun intended, you have to put your best foot forward, and you gotta show them what them works. You gotta hit them works. You gotta clear the circle out so they can break ankles up in that circle. And if you just happen to get kicked or moved and you in the way, that's on you, because you see what they do. It's a battle. It is a battle. And I grew up, watching Channel 19, Walla Cam all the time, because I just loved watching the footwork battles that they would have. And to this day, I still love it. And this footworkers like Light Bulb that I've really been seeing, because he's been doing this for years, and I've been seeing him do it for years because I used to see him on Walla Cam. King Charles, I used to see him on Walla Cam. They be at random park districts, like random storefronts, just inside footwork and battling, the lakefront footwork and battling, like any place where when you can get that juke music pumping, you can see footworkers. Every house party, footworkers. And even to this day, me being 28 years old, if you can go to a club or you can go to a party, the moment you hear the specific song, DJ CLENT, Bounce, people are going crazy. The moment you hear We Eat by DJ PJ, people are going crazy. That's the impact that it's had on my generation. Alright, Mr. EQ, I'm going to just start off by saying I am a huge fan of yours. You're one of the reasons why I make music. You, DJ Spin, R.I.P. Rashad, like, you guys are the reasons that I do this. So,
right.
Why don't you just open it up?
Thank you.
No problem, man. Just tell us a little about yourself and how you got introduced to the footwork and the house scene and the culture of it all.
Well, okay. Well, first things first, I come from a family of DJs. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like born into it, if that's what you want to say. But if we want to fast forward, you know what I'm saying, and just get into the footwork stuff, like I started off dancing first. You know what I'm saying? I used to dance with Phase 2. You know what I'm saying? One of the Chicago like old school legendary like groups, you know what I'm saying, that integrated footworking with the choreography and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And from there, I used to always like the tracks that was played. You know, the older DJs, you know, even at that time, you got like Rashad, Art People, DJ PJ, you know, CLENT, stuff like that, you know, Tracksman and stuff like that. But they was playing it, you know what I'm saying, at 160. You know what I'm saying? Faster. It was the same tracks, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it always just took an interest, you know what I'm saying, to me. I always liked the music. You know what I'm saying? I come from a musical background, you know what I'm saying? Family, I got jazz players, you know what I'm saying? We got poets and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, that run in my family. So we really not strangers to music. It just so happened, I guess I was at the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying, when it all started. But I've been following this ever since. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that just kept me busy. And it's something that I actually like. You know what I'm saying? I actually like, you know what I'm saying, the whole footwork culture, you know what I'm saying, the footwork world and stuff like that. So I'm just doing my part, you know.
Nah, I feel that, because if it wasn't for you and other DJs, you know, there would be a lot of, like, the younger generation of DJs would not keep this going. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? A lot of people are trying to say that footwork is dead, and I completely disagree. Because now, like,
No, see, it's when they say dead, okay, if you want to say like a mainstream, if it's lost like its mainstream edge, you can say that, but that's also false as well. Because,
definitely.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you can play like footwork, you know what I'm saying, the clubs and stuff like that. It's more so like, once you get connected to the culture, you come out to the events, you come to Chicago and you see how it is, then you can understand it for what it really is. A lot of people don't know. They just know footwork because they hear the music first. And they not rudely connected to Chicago. And that'd be the misconception. You know what I'm saying? But no, you know what I'm saying? Footwork is the original, well, how can I say, the founding form of 160. You know what I'm saying? Footwork started it all. I don't care what nobody say. All this, these hyperfusion genres, I do it too. You know what I'm saying? But all this 160 stuff now, you know, all that comes from footwork, man.
Definitely.
That wouldn't even, yeah, man. No question, man.
And then there was a whole beef with Chicago and Detroit about who originated it. And
come on, man.
Like, you already know Chicago did it first. Come on.
Man.
Everybody,
on,
like,
man. I don't even get in those arguments, man. You know, if you know better, you do better. If you knew, you stay away. But sometimes, you know, some people just don't know.
They don't know. But that's why we got people like you that's gonna spread the knowledge, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
and also, and much love. Oh, and forget, much love to Detroit too, man. Shout out to Detroit. Yeah.
Shout out to Detroit all day, because they playing their part, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
How would you describe footwork and juke music, the impact that has made on Chicago?
You say juke work and foot. You say the music is what?
Like, how would you describe the impact that it has made on Chicago?
Oh, it's made a well, not just Chicago. It's made a global impact. Like, look at it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go from starting dance groups in our moms and pops' basements. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, now we worldwide. You got dancers traveling with Madonna, doing shows, and it's global. You know, you got Japan, like the whole kids over there on the other side of the world, and they just as trained, you know what I'm saying, mentally as they are here. They are just as good as they are here.
They really are.
Like, it's not even, it's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Yeah, so I say it's been for the better. Like, if we could take something that's just from Chicago and people all over the world that don't even know, too many people get back home or what it's about, and they can pick it up, you know what I'm saying? Now it's everywhere. It's Japan, Europe, you know what I'm saying, Canada, Africa, you name it. You know what I'm saying? It's all over the place, man.
Exactly. You got them, like those other countries, trying to put their little spin on it.
They twist.
And that some Chicago artists trying to put, you know, like jungle and all that.
Trying to put their spin on it.
Yeah, and it's great. You know, like, I know in the UK especially, like, footwork juke music is like just radiant and spreading.
Well, we've always influenced the UK, of course, because I mean, from the root of it all, it started here in Chicago, man. You know what I'm saying? When you know, like, the conversation go from juke to footwork to house to
But you got freestyle.
Like, it go to it all. Anything that came, you know what I'm saying? Basically electronic, like, we really responsible for.
I'm gonna be into juke music, like, until there's no more breath in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that undoubtedly, and I just love music, and I love the dance culture, period. Okay, because now my story goes further into the EDM range, because I also love dubstep, hardstyle, rhythm, trance, and then of course house again falls under that umbrella, techno and stuff like that. But definitely hardstyle, rhythm, and dubstep, because that is something else. Like, that's a completely different story. Like, the freaking like wubs and synths that they use, wave tables and all that other stuff. Like it's like it's real heavy, and it just moves you. Like it moves you, and you can shuffle and like headbang and all that stuff to it. And I love shuffling because it's another form of footworking. And when I combine the two at raves, like people go crazy. People go crazy because it's not typical shuffling at that point, like the 1-2 step and you moonwalk a little bit. No, it's now I'm incorporating shuffle and footwork. So like the more raves and festivals I went to, I'm just doing more shuffling and footworking. And then the more I go home and work on my music, the more that EDM that I love so much, like the rhythm and stuff, started to seep into my music, into my juke music. And now these two worlds, like, okay, now if you know how hard I go for juke music and how hard I go for EDM, and if you actually listen to how hard juke music and EDM goes, you're like, that is a deadly combination. And it can be kind of tricky, to be honest, because you're mixing two completely different styles together. Because when you think about it, juke music is so much percussion in there, so much heavy 808s in there, and so much sampling in the instrumentals on the other hand. So is rhythm and dubstep. But you now have, and I wouldn't even say that rhythm and dubstep has heavy 808, because it's like a mid thing. It's like, yes, the dub is heavy, but it's not a lot, and it's the 808 is covering the it's like it's carrying the wave in the sense, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, the wave becomes the 808, and the 808 is just carrying it so it can go harder. So you gotta think about that. Now I'm taking a style where I'm already using a lot of 808, a lot of percussion, and I'm trying to balance and trying to get a wave to ride on it. It's kind of difficult, but I was able to do that and mesh those two worlds together, and now I have this kind of fusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's beautiful. To me, it's beautiful, and it goes crazy. It goes hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took my two loves and married them, pretty much, in so many words. And honestly, if it wasn't for people like, and now I'm gonna start getting into the rhythm, because I think when it comes to what we're talking about, it definitely plays a role. It's all electronic dance music. It's all electronic dance music. Juke music, all that is all electronic dance music. So when I listen to artists like Diplo, who isn't really dubstep or anything, but he tries sometimes, Ominous, that people like Steve Aoki, Alice in Wonderland, Avicii, R.I.P., Tiesto, Zomboy. Like, I can really just go off the deep end and keep going with those people, but specifically Ominous, because he does rhythm and his music goes so hard, like, it's ridiculous. But because of that influence, and because of the influence from, you know, DJ Spin and Rashad, RP, like, I was able to come up with something that is freaking beautiful to me. It's my baby. It is my baby. And, you know, thanks to people like Lori and Daniel, you know, Mondane and Daniel, who they like, we didn't know each other. I was a fan of their music already, because I found them on YouTube. I mean, on SoundCloud, just because I listen to juke music every day. I just found them on SoundCloud, and I'm like, damn, they got some hard tracks, legit hard tracks. And I guess they found my music, you know, because I'm on SoundCloud. I was like, this day was like, who is this that followed me? Let me go explore. And then, you know, they reached out to me. It's like, yo, I like your music, and they wanted me to be a part of, you know, their like what they're doing with the film fusion and the digital fusion and stuff like that, and like beyond, like, you know, their projects, stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, these DJs, these producers, these artists, they're reaching out to me, and they want to work with me, and they want to help me, you know, make my craft better, take it to the next level. And, you know, Lori Mundane, she's a really good mentor. She opened my eyes to a lot, you know. And there was several times where I'm like, man, I can't do this, you know, and then my head was just on the floor, you know, because I'm like, man, people not really riding with me, like, you know, it's hard, you know. But she's like, nah, man, just keep going. Like, we all feel this way at a point, but we just gotta remember, like, if we really love this, we're gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because realistically, I make my music for me, but I'm like, dang, you know, I want some love too. But I had to appreciate that, for one, like, it's not gonna happen overnight, and for two, I wouldn't have met Lori if she didn't, you know, Lori and Daniel, if they didn't listen to my music, and if they didn't reach out and put me on their compilations. Like, you know what I'm saying, there's people out there that believe in me, and definitely them too. Like, they showed me so much love, and for them, that's the reason why I'm still doing this, and the reason my production has gotten better, because of them. You know what I'm saying? And their impact on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And listening to DJ Spin and his influence, and listening to EQ and his influence. Because when it comes to sampling, Spin and EQ, hands down, got it. Hands down, got it. It's like effortless. It's seamless. Like, they got it. Okay, and like, I don't know, it gets overwhelming sometimes to even be able to speak with them. And not overwhelming, like, you know, it's a bad overwhelming, it's a bad anxiety. Like, no, it's overwhelming because I would have never thought that, for one, I would be in the same family as them, you know, the Footwork family, you know, the genre, the same. I would have thought that I would be making this music, you know what I'm saying, and being able to reach out to them, you know what I'm saying, and pick their brains, and know them from not just an artist standpoint, or from my perspective, a fan standpoint, but to know them as people, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's like if you were to go out and meet your favorite rapper, and then be like, you're just like me, like, you're humble, you know what I'm saying, like, you're cool, you're dope, like, you eat, sleep, and breathe this, you know what I'm saying. But we relate, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, imagine that's how I feel. Like, I'm meeting these people and getting to know these people and networking with these people, and it's like, who would have thought? And this was all just a dream. I used to talk to my dad about it. This was all just a dream. And now, like, the steps that I'm taking are propelling me to make it a reality and a future. You know what I'm saying? And it was really an honor to be able to even speak to them and learn from them. You know, because, you know, we come from a really narcissistic time. It's a narcissistic wave, like a wave of narcissism. And a lot of people, they don't know how to be selfless. But be able to find people that I'm a fan of, that's the number one. Like, that I'm a fan of, and they're like, oh, like, you know, we're people. And I don't feel starstruck. You know, I don't feel that, oh my God. I feel like, yo, like, we relate. Like, the conversation is genuine, and it's like you get that genuine feeling listening to the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not negative. You know, and that's another reason why I love that music so much. Like, yes, it can be depending on how the DJ or the artist is feeling, you know, but it's subtle. And if you really listen to the music, or if you really like are footworking, your body is like interpreting that music that way. Like, you go harder, you know. You can it just elevates you. You can feel that it translates like all across the board. And you know, these are real people, you know, and it just feels good. Like, it feels good to be a part of the culture. It feels good to be a part of the culture.
What people say, they don't know about my energy. Don't listen to what people say, they don't know about.
The moment you start footworking, those 808s come alive in your feet. You know what I'm saying? And it's I don't know, like, it definitely has changed my life. It has changed the way that I view music, and the way that I view sound, and the way that I view DJs. Because it takes a lot of heart and a lot of love and a lot of passion to stick to something that's home. Because juke music, footwork music, you know, battle tracks, house music, that's home. That's Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you really can't be no more Chicago than that. You feel me? Like, you just can't.
You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy. You don't fuck with me, so keep that same energy.
Scrib, baby. Don't waste love, don't waste love, don't waste love, Don't waste love. 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 Don't waste. Don't waste. Don't waste. Don't waste. Don't waste. Don't waste. Don't waste love. Don't waste. Don't waste. Don't waste love. Don't waste love. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll 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 say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll when I see you, I'll when I see you, I'll say don't. 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 When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't waste love. Won't be playing, won't be playing, won't be playing a fool. Won't be playing, won't be playing, won't be playing a fool. 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 When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll 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 say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll when I see you, I'll when I see you, I'll say don't. 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 When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say don't. When I see you, I'll say don't waste. When I see you, I'll say